Welcome to Suburban DIY. My name is Rich. In this video, we repair the garage door. Specifically, it's the belt that raises and lowers the door, which broke. We need to repair it. This is the belt to the garage door opener. And you'll see that broken piece is sitting on the roof of my Jeep. And the belt goes two ways. And it connects to this piece to move the door up and down, and you can see right up in there it broke off, and it goes up around that gear. Here's the real kicker. It is 6:30 p.m. on a Friday night. It was 118 degrees today at the Suburban DIY. Yeah, but this is a really good example of the type of projects that we tackle on our own now, and we never would do this years ago. Because we didn't have the confidence, we didn't have the skills, we didn't have the tools, we didn't have the know-how. But now, with everything that we've been doing and our confidence level being really high, I can fix this. Probably gonna save, $1,000, $2,000, who knows? It's either that or I think people would buy a whole new system. And I don't think you need to do that, right? It's just a broken piece. Let's go ahead and figure out how to go ahead and connect it. Perfect example of the type of projects we do at the Suburban DIY. All right, here's a better view of what broke. You'll see it was this metal connector right here. It actually looks like it could be the weakest point that broke. But either way, I'm gonna get out my DIY checklist. I'm gonna take some notes, do some homework, and see what it's gonna take to go ahead and fix this ourselves. I took the broken belt down and I want to get a look at these pulleys. I think they're okay. And yeah, that's totally fine. So that's not a problem. So here's the one that attaches to the grooves, like it's got those gear teeth. And this is the one on the door that actually spins that belt to raise and lower the door. And you know, it actually looks, it's not that bad, but it does look like there's some areas that are problematic. So check this out. I've kept all of the stuff when I originally installed this years ago, meaning the stuff like extra wires and probably parts and then even the manual. So let's grab this and we'll start inspecting, part numbers, figure out what we might be able to do to fix it. I'm gonna check out what we've got here. All types of stuff. So it looks like a quick installation. So this is a Genie belt chain drive garage door opener models. I don't know exactly which model it is. Looks like I got something here. Anyway, let's see if there's some information in here we can troubleshoot, but before we do that, this is the broken part. So that's probably a better view right there. Let's see if, I don't know if they've got any different parts in here. Some lag screws. I don't know what STB kit is. Looks like I never even opened it. Oh, that's the light sensor, so that if it's closing and it senses something like a ball running through or a kid or somebody walking through, it'll stop it and put it back up. Yep, didn't need that because I had it from the other one. Not sure what that is. Wires, hooks for the wires go up and down. I already had those. And a connection piece. So not the parts that I need. I found the model number and now I'm searching for the part that I need. So if you take a look at this, this is called the turnbuckle and this is the belt assembly, two different pieces. So let's first look up the turnbuckle. I did get the part number. components for the turnbuckle is not going to work. So let's go ahead and do a quick search here in replacement parts. So I'm at the replacement parts section. I need a belt assembly. I know that I've got a 7-foot door. So here's the, this is replacement belt for 7-foot garage door opener. That's not the one. This is the one that I need. 39354 RS. Oh man, it's a bummer. It's $107 at the Genie website. But I know what I need and I've got the part number. So let's go to Amazon and see what they've got. I'm gonna copy this, go to Amazon, drop it in here, search. So here we've got, though, it looks like they're not made by Genie, but way more reasonable price, 49, so 50 bucks, 55. This says an overall pick, upgraded belt drive. That's my part number. 3053 is my model number. Let's check this one out. Upgraded belt drive. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 looks right. Yep. Okay, let's put this in the cart. I found out what this part is. This is a belt retainer. Grooves that looked like it was a little bit worn. This retainer goes around that part, kind of the back end, maybe to keep the belt on. I'm going to use a checklist here just to write down a couple of notes as we're waiting for the part. What you're looking at here is a free download document available to anybody, including yourself. So if you're interested in this checklist, it's no charge to you. Just click the link below. It's one document, but there are 3 checklists. There is a long version, or what I call the full version. That's 5 pages long. There is a quick version, which is 2 pages long. And then I also have a third one for you, which is table format. For this project, we're going to use the quick version. So the name of the project is Garage Door. This is August. I'm going to call this an intermediate job. It might be more of a beginner. It seems pretty simple, but we're going to find out. Go to YouTube or maybe the Genie website. I'm going to call this 2 hours. And it'd probably be less than that, but knowing myself, I'm probably going to break something, or it's just so stinking hot. I want to make sure I give myself enough time. And to write out the steps is going to be, I've already disassembled. Then once I get the parts replacement, I need to connect it to the turnbuckle, then install it, then make adjustments, and then test it. Tools needed, I definitely am going to need screwdriver, wrench. On the materials list, I need the belt assembly. Total budget, I haven't really budgeted. I knew I was going to buy a replacement part, but my estimated costs, it's going to be, let's call it 50 bucks. Pretty straightforward. If you want to get a copy of this checklist, it's no charge. It's free to you to download. Click the link in the description below. We received the replacement belt. Let's take a closer look and inspect them side by side. This is a 7-foot door. That's how tall it is. And so this should be about, I guess, 14 feet long because it loops. So let's just measure it, make sure that they are the same length. So it's actually 18 feet long. They're both 18 feet. All right, good to go. If this happened to me 5 years ago, I would have just called probably a emergency garage door company. But so far, I'm about 50 bucks in. Pretty significant cost savings. Okay. That's locked in place now. I'm not 100% sure what exactly was going on with these, but I took this down and I ran them in and out a whole bunch of times. And I think they were just really new manufactured bolts. So cleaned them up, ran them in and out, and everything seems to be fine now. All right, I think that's pretty tight. Locked in, let's test it. It's automatically coming back up. Let's get this set. Make sure this is down all the way. All right, let's, I'm gonna unhook it again, put the door all the way up and see if we can set it that way. You know, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I'm just doing this wrong or setting it wrong. So I'm going to loosen it up again and then move it all the way, move the turnbuckle all the way to the end for where the door is all the way up. We are not professionally trained. We are people who do it ourselves, and I've read a lot of instructions, I've watched videos. It looks pretty straightforward, but I think there's a trick here, or a tip, maybe a technique to have this, to set this. I believe I need to move it all the way here. I don't know if it's right. We're gonna test it, hope we don't break anything. It's automatically coming back up. I think I've got it too tight. I'm going to loosen it, see if that works. You know, I don't think it's the belt that's too tight. I think the door is just not in the right place. The door unhooked to the turnbuckle. It went through and it stopped here. So I'm wondering if that's the maximum it's gonna go and it's trying to go further and it's putting pressure on the door and that's why it's coming back up. Change the point where the belt goes around the drive. So we'll see if that works. All right, I got it. So what was happening was that the belt drive was trying to go too far and it was putting pressure on the door, so much pressure that it kicked it back to open it back up as if something was stuck under it. So I've got it at the right length now. Let's tighten this up and test it a couple more times and do a quick wrap up after that. All right, looking good. We're gonna call this one a success. Earlier in the video, we talked about this retainer that was in the original packaging and it was never installed. Well, there's a couple holes right here. So let's get this on.
When I began this DIY journey to fix the garage door belt, I gave it, I thought it was going to be an intermediate project, and I'm going to stick with that. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world, only because I haven't done this before, and the adjustments at the end.
If you'd like to see more DIY videos, check out the Fixing Cool Things playlist. Thanks for watching.